Mike man was speaking to the East Geraldines man, so that will have to be retaken. The scoreline still reads 5 points to 4, and no doubt Marcus Cregan will retake this one. The result will be the same. It should be a point for Croom, and the side should be level within the next couple of seconds. Here comes Marcus Cregan, take 2. The first one was a practice, the second one was as good. 5 points apiece, the sides are level. Scoreboard men going on street. The goal puck out, sent down the far side of the field, down the centre towards Jonathan Deere. Can't quite win clean possession of it. Larkin O'Dwyer supports him, but won back there by Mark O'Riordan. And O'Riordan launches this one from the 45 towards the halfway line. Marcus Cregan doing most of Croom's scoring in the opening half so far. Loses possession of it, but well won back there and coming away with that one. Mick Cahill going towards the 45. Hand pass across the centre, putting Peter Lawler under all sorts of pressure. But Lawler does well to get the ball to Hugh Flavin. Flavin looked to be fouled. The referee says play away. There's 2 players on the ground. He's going to throw it in on the 65-yard line. Between 2 players, one of them John Cahill, the other was I think Larkin O'Dwyer. Throwing ball won by East Geraldines and played forward. One inside there, Rory O'Neill sends this one in, but sends that one terribly to the right hand side and wide. And the side still level at 5 points apiece. Disappointing wide at that stage for East Geraldines. Croom will be rather happy, I think, that they're not a long way behind, because Geraldines have hit 6 wides in this opening half so far, a lot of them scoreable. The goal puck out, sent down the far side of the field, won by Shane O'Neill, and O'Neill launches this one inside. The Croom full-back and half-back line certainly been put under awful pressure in this opening half as the ball played inside. Away they come with it again. That's Mickey Cahill towards the 45. Cahill plays this one up the field towards the halfway line. Won though again by Geraldines, and Brian Coffey finds support from Shane O'Neill down the far side on the halfway line. O'Neill plays a good ball inside. That's well gathered. There's a chance for the lead. It's in and it's over the crossbar. It's a very good score on that occasion from East Geraldines, and they take the lead by 6 points to 5. That point by Andrew Brennan, and the goal puck out from Gerald Flynn, sent down this near side of the field, looking to win possession of it. First touch poor from Croom, but they win back possession of it, and Steve Cahill goes back about 15 yards in order to clear the ball up to the original position where he won it. The referee said there was a pull there, a dangerous pull on John Cahill, and he's awarded a free. The free is for Croom, and no doubt Marcus Cregan. You can see him coming into shot there, trotting his way over towards this near side. And Marcus Cregan will fancy his chances at levelling up proceedings here in Fitzgerald Park in Kilmallock this Sunday afternoon. So here it comes from Marcus Cregan, just awaits the whistle from the referee. That's the 65-yard line that you see. He picks this one, strikes it. That looks to be a very good. That's a brilliant score from Marcus Cregan. 6 points apiece. And I mentioned that Mark Keane is doing well with frees for East Geraldines, but Marcus Cregan doing equally as good for Croom. And I think that could be his 4th point of the afternoon, 3 of which have come from frees. The goal puck out, sent down this near side of the field, won by Liam Cronin. And Cronin sends this one inside. There's danger here for Croom, well snuffed out. That's a brilliant block down by Pa Reedy back there. And Reedy finds support from Mickey Cahill, but he's lost possession of it. Ball hand pass now back towards Andrew Brennan. Brennan sends this one in. That's a poor wide again. But again, you'd have to give credit to the Croom defence. On that occasion, they really closed down the man with the original shot and put pressure under Andrew Brennan as well. And that resulted in the ball going to the left and wide. As I mentioned earlier, Croom won't be too pleased. They're being put under all sorts of pressure inside there. And East Geraldines, if they brought their scoring sticks with them, they could be out of sight at this stage. Goal puck out, sent down the middle of the park, winning possession of it is Thomas Carmody, out from his own full forward line. Hand passes the ball off now, and that's Carmody on the 65. A huge one dropping into the right hand side. Albert Shanahan comes out, gathers possession of it and clears it down this near side of the field as Shanahan breaks down the 65-yard line. There's two East Geraldines players, one of them Larkin O'Dwyer, blocked down and one back down this near side. Good touch there from Steve Cahill. Cahill sends this one in. That's a huge one, but it's gone to the left hand side and wide. The scoreline still remains 6 points apiece here in Kilmallock this afternoon. And the goal puck out from Albert Shanahan again. Comes down the centre of the park on this occasion, launched on towards the head of the full forward Mike McCarthy. Can't quite win possession of it, and instead it's Croom who win it on John Cahill, and the referee is awarded the free in favour of Croom, and a chance for them to clear their lines 45 yards out from their own goal. A free then, picked and struck by Paxi Cahill. And Cahill drops this one into the full forward line. Well gathered inside there. Chance here for Croom. The ball is half blocked down, but it still might go in and over the crossbar, which it does. It's a point for Croom. They take the lead at 7 points to 6. And on that occasion, the point from the centre forward. That is Hugh Flavinan, captain. And he gives his side the lead at 7 points to 6. The goal puck out, sent down this near side of the field already, down towards Andrew Brennan, and certainly Albert Shanahan getting plenty of mileage out of the goal puck out. The line ball has been awarded in favour of Croom, deemed to have touched the stick of Andrew Brennan last. No real protest from any side. And the line ball going in favour of Croom. And a chance for them to clear their lines down this near side of the field. The line ball taken short, back towards the full back, Stephen Lucy. Lucy launches this one up the field, where it's won by Steve Cahill. Cahill, midway between the 45 and the 65, sends a huge one inside towards the opposite 45-yard line. The ball broken down and might favour Croom. Rather fortunately on that occasion, Peter Cregan wins back possession of it and plays the ball inside towards corner forward Niall Cregan. Cregan is snuffed out by two Geraldines backs, and now off towards Mark Keane, and Geraldines hunting in packs at this stage. Lays the ball off towards Shane O'Neill, and O'Neill sends a good crossfield ball down this near side of the field, just beats Andrew Brennan. Rations back to win possession of it, 13 yards out from goal, a couple in from the sideline, then sends the ball across the centre, just past the Geraldines man inside, and Croom fortunately through John Cahill win back possession of that one, clear it up the field. Winning it now around the middle of the park is Hugh Flavin, takes this one forward towards the 65, now lays a long ball in towards the 45, three Geraldines players there to gather possession of it, picked and struck down this near side, and Croom all on their own through Patsy Cahill launches this one up the field, down the far side of the field. The fullback John O'Connell comes out. O'Connell, the big fullback, gathers it 21 yards out from goal and strikes it down the far side of the field, looking to win possession of it. Geraldines get the breaking ball, and then down the far side, the pass isn't the greatest, and Peter Lawler wins it from halfway, sends this one, dropping it in and around the square. It's broken 13 yards out from goal. The referee has spotted a push on the Geraldines man there. That was by the corner forward Niall Cregan on that occasion, and the free going in favour of Geraldines. And as you see, Croom leading 7 points to 6, the slenderest of margins in the game so far. The free sent long inside. There's a chance here of a goal. Oh, it's over the crossbar from David O'Neill, and I'm sure when he won possession of that, there was one thing in his mind, that was to go for a goal. He was one-on-one with Ger Flynn, but the shot just blazed over the crossbar. A real golden opportunity, but he was all on his own, and you'd have to ask where the Croom defence was at that stage. Ger Flynn to take the goal puck out. He'll be mightily relieved that that blazed over the crossbar. Could quite have easily gone into the back of the net. The ball is won by Hugh Flavin in the middle of the park. Sent down the far side of the field. Thomas Carmody tried to pull in it, didn't win possession of it, and Brian Coffey on the far side of the field, but it's Hugh Flavin that picks it up there. Flavin finds support from Marcus Cregan, lays it off towards Peter Lawler. His shot isn't the greatest, breaks 45 yards out from goal, and then played out near side of the field. The first touch from Niall Cregan was poor, and Mark Keane brings it away towards the 65, only as far as Croom on the halfway line, where Peter Lawler sends this one in towards this near side. It's out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball in favour of Geraldines. The sides level at 7 points apiece, and the line ball in favour of East Geraldines. Chance for them to clear their lines 50 yards out from the goal, away to our right hand side. The scoreboard goals here in Fitzgerald Park in Kilmallock are the fire station goals, for those people that know it. The line ball taken by the cornerback Fergal Heaney, sent down this near side of the field, will go out over the line. Another line ball, this time in favour of Croom, the linesman on this occasion getting that one 100% correct. He's given it in favour of Croom, or I should say in favour of Geraldines. Others thought it should have been in favour of them, but the correct decision made, and John McGilligan going to take the line ball just out of camera shot, just a tad away to our right hand side. The referee just tells everybody to move back a couple of yards, a little bit of pushing and shoving here in front of us, and John McGilligan to take this line ball away to our right hand side. Now I think the referee wants everybody to move away from the sideline down here in front of us and allow the linesman space to run up and down the field. Line ball then for John McGilligan, eventually takes it, not the greatest of one, and Steve Cahill wins possession of it. Hand pass inside, intercepted by Mark Keane, and winning possession of it back there now is Larkin O'Dwyer. And O'Dwyer towards the 45, mishits his shot, but still gets it away to Shane O'Neill. Rather fortunately, O'Neill's ball inside only finds Stephen Lucy on the 21. Clears that one up the field towards the opposite 45-yard line. In their winning possession of it, Thomas Carmody, he fouled the East Geraldines man, was the decision on that occasion. And the free from Mark Keane. He'll fancy his chances again, methinks. A couple of yards in from the far sideline, about 65 yards from his own goal, strikes that one. It has the distance, it has the accuracy as well, and it's 8 points to 7, and Geraldines take the lead. And a very good score from Mark Keane. Goal puck out from Ger Flynn. Comes down this near side of the field. Croom go up, look to win possession of it. The breaking ball again favours East Geraldines, and Shane O'Neill forward towards Rory O'Neill, and O'Neill goes towards the 45-yard line. His shot goes in towards the 21-yard line. Who's going to win it? Stephen Lucy is the answer to that. Breaks favourably to him, and he plays the ball further up the field, down the far side of the field now. Croom have possession of it with Mark O'Riordan. The referee has said Mark O'Riordan has sent that one out over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball in favour of East Geraldines, about 40 yards out from the goal. And East Geraldines giving Croom plenty of it here this afternoon. And as I mentioned a little earlier on, they're leading by 8 points to 7, and they've hit a number of wides. And Croom, I'm sure, will be a little bit concerned as we approach half-time. The line ball from Shane O'Neill, sent across the centre of the park. The referee blows the whistle. He's awarded a free for a foul. Foul was on Jonathan Deere, and the fouler was Patsy Cahill. The referee is awarded the free. In fact, it was Peter Lawler that conceded the free on that occasion, and the free going in favour of Geraldines, and it's going to be Mark Keane, who's trotted all the way up from centre back to take this one. And you could nearly put this one down for a 2-point lead for Geraldines. It's 8 to 7 at the minute, but here comes Mark Keane, and in the form he's been in this afternoon, you'd almost guarantee this one. Mark Keane puts this one in and puts it over the crossbar. That's another score, the last score of the half, and Croom will be a little bit concerned because Geraldines, they'll go in the happier at half time. They lead by 9 points to 7 and having most of the possession as well. So then the second half just about to get underway. The referee Mike Mann throws in the ball, and it breaks towards the 45-yard line straight away. Croom win possession of it. They'll be looking for a far better second half performance than that of the first, but instead it's East Geraldines through Mark Keenan, the captain, takes this one towards the 45. 9 points to 7 as the second half recommences. It's gone out over the line across on the far side. Injury to a Croom man across there as well. It's going to be a line ball for Geraldines when play recommences. But as I mentioned, it's Geraldines leading 9 points to 7. The Croom man back to his feet, able to retake his position. And as I mentioned, play going to resume with a line ball down the far side of the field for Geraldines, who are leading by 2 points here. 9 points to 7. This entertaining game so far. Line ball across on the far side then for Geraldines, looking to get the first score of the second half. Launch long towards the 45, in towards the 21, winning possession of it but not cleanly. Or Geraldines, the referee has said the corner forward inside there, Andrew Brennan, fouled the man as he went to win possession of that one. The referee has awarded the free. It's going in favour of Croom, and a chance for them to clear their lines across on the far side. Ger Flynn coming out to take this one. Very experienced goalkeeper is Ger Flynn, despite his young years. Going to take this free. Across on the far side of the field. Picks this one then and strikes it. Looks to turn defence into attack. That's a huge one. Dropping around 21 yards from the goal, where winning possession of it is Steve Cahill on the 21 at an angle. Strikes this one in, but strikes it to the right hand side and wide. The scoreline still remains 9 points to 7 in favour of Geraldines. The start of this second half as the sun, the welcome appearance here in Kilmallock this afternoon. The 7th of October, and more like the 7th of July, the heat that's out there. Goal poke out from Albert Shanahan. Goes down the far side of the field. Croom come out, win possession of it. That's the centre back, Patsy Cahill, that gets a touch to it, poking it down the far side of the field. Peter Lawler now commands possession of it around the middle of the park. Finds support from his midfield partner, John Cahill. But Cahill runs into a red and white wall. Played forward now from Shane O'Neill. But it's Shane Lawler that picks it up for Croom, and Lawler sends this one inside towards the 21. Peter Cregan has it on the 45. Hand pass towards Marcus Cregan, a slack one, but Cregan sends this one in and sends it over the crossbar. It's another fine score from Marcus Cregan. It's 9 points to 8, and Marcus Cregan has got the majority of Croom's scores, and they'll be glad that he's on song this afternoon, as Croom trail by a single point now, 9 points to 8. Albert Shanahan with the goal puck out. Away to our left hand side. Goes long. Down the centre of the park. Up go the hands. Croom win possession of it. Along the ground it goes. Out towards the man that's got most of the scores. Marcus Cregan does well to retain possession of it and does well to get the shot off. And that will be a very good score if he gets it. Marcus Cregan is playing like a man possessed this afternoon in Kilmallock. He did very well because there was 2 Geraldines players around him as he won possession of it, fell to the ground, got back up, made the space to take the shot and put it over the crossbar. I can tell you, Marcus Cregan is probably Croom's man of the match so far. Goal puck out, sent down this near side of the field. Slack marking from a Croom point of view, and Geraldines win possession of it towards the 45, near side of the field, a couple of yards in from the sideline. Geraldines have it going forward with Larkin O'Dwyer. Still going Larkin O'Dwyer. Hand pass across the centre, wins possession of it rather scrappily inside there, Rory O'Neill, and he's lost it now, and it's clear down this near side of the field. Looking to win it now. It's rather scrappy on this occasion, but it's Croom who have it. Shane Lawler says thank you very much and hand passes the ball down the field. Lost by Mark Keane, and Keane's attempted clearance up the field. The referee has spotted a foul inside there. The foul might be by Thomas Carmody. It is by Thomas Carmody. It's going to be a free out. The free is for Geraldines, and it's going to be Mark Keane who's going to take it. Mark Keane, who got a number of long-range frees in the first half, might fancy his chances in the second as Mark Keane strikes this one in. It's going way to the left, but it's kept in play, and Croom win possession of it back there. That's Mick Cahill. The referee said Mick Cahill has got a nice little belt in the fingers as he tried to clear possession of that one. The referee's awarded a free. The free in favour of Croom. Dr. Stephen Lucy inside there to check on the well-being of Mick Cahill, and I'm sure Mick will be alright, and Stephen Lucy gives his expert opinion to referee Mike Mann inside there. As you see, the sides deadlocked, 9 points apiece, and Geraldines' lead that they had at half time is being whittled away with thanks to Marcus Cregan. The free then from Ger Flynn on his own 21. It's a huge one, dropping towards the 21-yard line, the opposite side of the field. Thomas Carmody can't retain possession of it. It breaks out towards Hugh Flavin, near side of the field. Flavin 13 yards out from goal at an angle, turns and strikes this one across the centre. That's a good catch inside there, struck in and over the crossbar. That's from Steve Cahill, methinks, and that's a very good score from the Croom wing forward. It is Steve Cahill, and it's 10 points to 9, and Croom have turned a 2-point deficit into a 1-point lead in the early stages of this second half. Goal puck out, sent down the centre, brilliantly caught by Patsy Cahill back there, and Cahill turns defence into attack as he plays this one forward down the far side of the field. Winning possession of that one is Niall Cregan, well blocked down across on the far side, and Geraldines win back possession of it crossing the far side. They can't clear it all that far though. It's 45 yards out from goal. In there winning possession of it, John McGilligan. McGilligan is thinking about pulling. The referee watches closely. There's a player on the ground. It's McGilligan that's down there holding his face. Might have taken a bit of an accidental knock. The referee, Mike Mann, just wants play to be held up as he assesses the injury to John McGilligan. Croom leading by 10 points to 9. And Croom have the line ball across on the far side of the field, taken by John Cahill, sent long inside, dropping into the hands of Albert Shanahan. And Shanahan, uncontested, clears this one down this near side, right out over this near sideline, right here in front of us. It's going to be a line ball. The line ball is going in favour of Croom. And Peter Lawler going to take this one. The flag removed for him. Luckily it was, because he'd have walked back straight on top of it. Mightn't have been the most comfortable of things. Peter Lawler takes the line ball, sent down this near side of the field. Hugh Flavin wins possession of it, takes it towards the 45, now on towards the 21. Hand pass across the centre. Thomas Carmody has it going forward, dispossessed though, and Larkin O'Dwyer is back there in his own full back line. Croom still have possession of it. That's Peter Cregan going forward towards the 6-yard box. It breaks out. Who has possession of it? It's pulled on inside there, and it's gone to the right and wide from Marcus Cregan. But numerous chances there. Peter Cregan was the man who had the original chance, and it came out towards Marcus Cregan. He was right to pull in it first time, and it just went to the right hand side and wide. So Croom still lead by a single point, 10 points to 9. Albert Shanahan takes the goal puck out short towards Larkin O'Dwyer, who finds himself free going towards the 65, now on towards the 45, taken off his hurley by Peter Lawler. Good skill from Lawler, the inter-county player, out over the line near side. The linesman will have a good job to call whose ball that is. He's awarded it in favour of Croom. I must say, from where I'm standing, I wasn't too sure of whose ball it was, so it would be a linesman. But the line ball going in favour of Croom. No real protestations there from the Geraldines players, so perhaps the right decision awarded there as Croom lead by 10 points to 9. Paridi to take this line ball, couple in from this near sideline. Didn't seem to strike it all that well, and Shane O'Neill wins possession of it going forward towards the 21. Hand pass across the centre. The shot hits the crossbar, comes back down. It's in the back of the net. Pulled to the net by Jonathan Deere. The shot originally went in from Mike McCarthy. The shot hit the crossbar, came back out. You see it here. McCarthy had it. The shot, it was powerful. Beat Ger Flynn, hit the crossbar, and Jonathan Deere did the right thing, pulled on it first time. Ger Flynn got a touch but couldn't do anything, and it's into the back of the net. 1-9 to 10 points, and Geraldines' 2-point lead is restored. Goal puck out, sent down the centre of the park. Well, the game needed a goal really, and Geraldines on that occasion, I think, deserving of their goal. 1-9 to 10 points. Their first score of the second half was a goal down the far side of the field, and Croom's hard work undone now. They have to start again. Mick Cahill plays the ball forward down the far side of the field, sent in and sent over the crossbar. A very good response from the Croom players, it must be said. On that occasion it was Steve Cahill that got that one. 9 to 11 points, and that's just what the Croom management would have wanted. They wanted a quick response to that goal that they conceded. That's what they got, and they might have another one here with Patsy Cahill sweeping this one up on his own 45, playing the ball forward down towards the opposite 45-yard line, but it's Mark Keane playing well for Geraldines, picks it up on the 21, may have taken a couple of steps too far with it, but Mike Mann says play away. Might have taken a belt as he cleared that one as well. He's certainly down looking for treatment. Jonathan Deere battling for possession of it back there with Patsy Cahill. The referee has stopped the play. He's going to throw it in, I think, on the 45, crossing the far side, about 3 yards in from the far sideline. In fact, he's awarded a free. And there you see Mark Keane receiving a bit of treatment. Got a belt in the hand as he cleared the ball, but no doubt Mark Keane will be okay. He's back to his feet. As you saw there, the scoreboard reading: Croom 11 points, East Geraldines 1-9, a point between them for East Geraldines. and it's Andrew Brennan who's going to take this one. Mark Keane still nursing his finger injury, so Andrew Brennan is going to take his chances. 21 yards out, dropping in around the square. It's cleared though. That was by Paridi, who got the vital touch down the far side of the field. Peter Lawler looked to be pushed in the back. The referee has said he was pushed in the back. It's going to be a free, and I think that's the most blatant free you'll see all year. Pushing the back there, Peter Lawler. Free for Croom, 21 yards out from their own goal. Ger Flynn to take it, with Croom trailing by a point, 1-9 to 11 points. That's the scoreline here. Fitzgerald Park in Kilmallock. About 16 minutes or thereabouts left. The goal puck out, sent down this near side of the field, sent on from the touch. Out comes Albert Shanahan, the vastly experienced goalkeeper. Plays it down the far side of the field now. A very short ball, looking to find John McKelligot. Pulls in it but doesn't get it too far. Croom in there battling for possession of it. That's the corner forward Niall Cregan that has it. Turns and strikes this one from 21 yards out, breaking down towards Marcus Cregan, but cleared by Brian Coffey, and up the field it goes, down the far side, looking to win possession of it. Jonathan Deere going forward towards the 21. Deere sends this one in, but sends it inexcusably to the right hand side and wide. And Geraldines, well, their wides in the first half were poor, and again in the second half, that's another poor one, it must be said, from the Geraldines. And they still lead by a single point, 1-9 to 11. Goal puck out, one, and sent in from John Cahill. It's in and over the crossbar. The sides are level, 1-9 to 12 points. And what could have been and should have been a score for Geraldines at one end has ended up in a score for Croom at the other, and the sides are level, 1-9 to 12. And Albert Shanahan takes the goal puck out, sends it down the far side of the field, breaking towards the 45, doubled in the air and sent inside towards the full forward, winning possession of it. Geraldines sending this one in. Is that the lead? It's not. Again, it's gone to the left and wide, and as you can see, the side still deadlocked at 1-9 to 12 points. Crew making a substitution, number 17 on the programme, and Barry coming on the field of play. So play is going to resume with the goal puck out from Gerald Flynn. Sends it down this near side of the field. High it goes, breaking inside. Marcus Cregan tries to win possession of it, breaks towards Peter Lawler. Lawler sends this one in. In fact, it was John Cahill that sent that in and over the crossbar. And 1-9 to 13 points. And Croom take the lead. And Geraldines have only scored once in this second half. That was a goal, whereas Croom have got a total of 5 points so far in the second half, and Croom take the lead by a single solitary point, 13 to 1-9, dangerous lead to have. They'll look to extend that, and Geraldines will look to pin it back and level up the game going forward. Now Rory O'Neill looked to be fouled. The referee said he was. He's awarded a free. The free is going in favour of Geraldines, and there's going to be a man spoken to as well. That's Mick Cahill, the crew man, that's going to get his name noted at the very least, if not his number and a yellow card as well perhaps. Mike Mann just gives him a ticking. He's not known for dishing out the yellow or red cards. And the referee is awarded a free punishment enough, and it's going to be Jonathan Deere who's going to take this one, is it? Picks this one and strikes it in. Looks to be good. It's high, it's over the crossbar, and the sides are level, 1-10 to 13 points, and it was Jonathan Deere that took that one. Interesting to note, Mark Keane has gone off free duty, close in free duty, but the result's still the same. Goal puck out, sent down the far side of the field. Deadlock game, 1-10 to 13 points with about 12 or so minutes left in this game. Ball sent down this near side of the field. Croom looked to come out, win possession of it. Stephen Lucy was fouled as he did so. He's won a free for Croom, and the signal has come for Gerald Flynn to take this one. The sides deadlocked, 1-10 to 13 points in a very entertaining game here in Kilmallock this afternoon. Gerald Flynn to take this one. Picks it and strikes it from the 45-yard line. Sends a huge one down, dropping on the opposite 21-yard line. It breaks inside. Full forward Peter Cregan can't quite win possession of it inside there. It comes back towards him at the second attempt though. Surely a foul on Peter Cregan. He goes to ground. The referee said it was a foul. He's awarded the free in favour of Croom. And I don't think Geraldines, even though they are protesting about it, but there was no doubt but that Peter Cregan was fouled on that occasion, and it's a chance for them now. And Marcus Cregan, in the form he's been in all afternoon, you'd expect him to slot this one over and to give Croom the lead again, but he can't slot anything over unless we have a sliotar. Here comes one. We might see 2 or 3 more arriving at the feet of Marcus Cregan before he takes the free. No, only the one arrives on this occasion. Cregan picks this one, strikes it in. The result is the same as it has been all day, 110 to 14 points, and Croom take the lead by 1. Marcus Cregan again, and I can tell you that if Croom can pull through this one, they'll be glad that Marcus Cregan was on form this afternoon. Goal puck out, sent down this near side of the field. Who's going to win possession of it? The answer is Croom as they come away with it. That's brilliant battling by the wing back Marco Reardon. Sends this one inside, breaking towards the full forward. Peter Cregan lays the ball off near side of the field. The hand pass across the centre is terrible, and Shane O'Neill brilliantly blocked down. Croom battling for this one, and Marco Reardon has it. Might fancy the chance of a point. It's dropping in around the square. The touch only takes it away for Geraldines though, and Geraldines complete the clearance through Mike Keane. Further up the field, down this near side of the field, winning possession of that one is the midfielder Lorcan O'Dwyer. Hand passed across the centre, broken by David O'Neill out over the sideline. Near side of the field, line ball going in favour of East Geraldines, or down this near side, and it's going to be a chance for Lorcan O'Dwyer to take this one. There's about 8 or so minutes left in this game. Croom leading by a single point, 110 to 14 points. Line ball from Lorcan O'Dwyer, sent down this near side, not the greatest, but still they win possession of it with Shane O'Neill. Sends a crossfield ball down the far side, but Croom at the second attempt through Mickey Cahill takes this one away. Hand pass back across the centre, finds Parreedy, pulls on the ball down this near side of the field. Marcus Cregan again wins possession of it, hand passes it down the far side towards Marco Reardon on his own 65, launches a huge one. That's a brilliant score from Marco Reardon. The county player sends that one in and sends it over the crossbar. Another point for him, and it's 110 to 15 points now, and Marco Reardon with the point on that occasion, and Croom lead by 2. Goal puck out from Albert Shanahan, goes long down the far side of the field, breaking towards this near side of the field, looking to win it. Parreedy shields that one out and shields it to the right hand side and wide, and Croom, as you see, leading by 2, 15 to 110. The goal puck out from Gerard Flynn away to our right hand side with only about 6 or so minutes left in this game. Here comes Gerard Flynn's free. Our goal puck out, sends it down the centre of the park. Croom leading by 2, 110 to 15 points. The free sent down this near side of the field and won though by Geraldines, and coming away with this one towards the 45. The hand pass across the centre, only won by Croom though. John Cahill battling for possession of it, can't win clean possession of it, but lays the ball off now towards Hugh Flavin, the captain, going forward towards the 21. A hand pass across the centre, chance here for Steve Cahill, sends it in and sends it over the crossbar. And it's a 3-point lead now, 110 to 16 points, and Steve Cahill gets his 3rd or maybe 4th point of the game, 3rd of the second half, and a few teams making his substitutions now. And Croom lead by 3, 110 to 16 points. That's 16 to 13. Number 19 is Aidan Shanahan. He's going to come on the field of play for East Geraldines. Down here in front of us, who's he going to replace? Looks as though it's going to be the corner forward across on the far side that's going to come off the field of play, is it? In fact, it could be Jonathan Deere. Looks like the figure of Jonathan Deere that's coming off anyway, but we'll confirm that for you in just a second. As the goal puck out going to be taken by Albert Shanahan. Away to our left hand side, getting dark now here in Kilmallock. Albert Shanahan takes the goal puck out. The sun that was here earlier this afternoon seems to have disappeared. Are the hopes of Geraldines disappearing with the sunshine as well? The ball is won by Shane Lawler. Will it be Croom to edge forward to the semi-final? Only just down the far side of the field. Peter Cregan wins possession of it going forward. His head was almost taken off him on that occasion. The referee is awarded a free. The free is going in favour of Croom down the far side of the field, and Marcus Cregan is going to take his shot here. 110 to 16 points, 3 points, a dangerous lead in hurling, and if Marcus Cregan were to get this, it would be to 4, which would be a more manageable score scoreline to be ahead by. Heading into the closing few moments here in Kilmallock, about 4 or 5 minutes left in this game so far. Marcus Cregan from very close towards the sideline sends this one in. The result is the same, and the 4-point lead now for Croom, 110 to 17 points, and Marcus Cregan adds another one to that. And I can safely say, of the 17 points that Croom have got, Marcus Cregan has got at least 10, if not more. Goal puck out, sent down this near side of the field, brilliantly caught by Hugh Flavin. Most of those scores as well from Marcus Cregan coming from frees, which won't please the Croom management. But 17 points, still a good scoreline to put up, but they're still not out of danger yet, because Geraldines on the attack again, playing the ball this one forward down this near side of the field. Battle on for possession. Peter Lawler goes to ground, wins no free though. The referee says a foul on David O'Neill there. David O'Neill and Rory O'Neill combined have won a free for Geraldines. And as I say, Croom, who have scored 17 points, they're still not out of the danger zone though, because if this one was to go over the crossbar for Geraldines, it will reduce it to just 3. And the free from Markeen down this near side of the field could very well just put within 3 points. Here it comes from Markeen, picks it and strikes it in. Looks to be a good one from where I'm standing. The umpire reaches for the white flag, and there's 3 between them again. 17 points to 111. And interesting to note, Geraldines' third score of the second half. A goal and 2 points they've scored in the second half, and they're changing the inside forward line now. Croom, meanwhile, they've scored 10 points in the second half, and as I say, they're still having the game wrapped up. Goal puck out from Gerald Flynn, away to our right hand side. We're in for a cracking last 3 minutes or thereabouts. Goal puck out won by Shane O'Neill, sent forward for Geraldines down the far side of the field, looking to win possession of it. That's the substitute. Brilliant defence though by Mick Cahill down the far side of the field. Support arriving from Patsy Cahill. Cahill and Cahill in there again, the two Cahills combining. Mick on that occasion getting the ball clear further up the field, but Geraldines still launched this one in. Looked to be a trip on the Geraldines man there, a tangle of legs. The referee said play away, and Croom lucky enough to clear this one with Peter Lawler. Launches this one, dropping it around 21 yards out from the goal. Winning possession of it out there, Peter Cregan. Cregan can't quite claim it, and instead it's John O'Connell, the fullback for Geraldines. Launches this one down this near side of the field. 3 points between the sides, a couple of minutes left. The ball is out over the sideline. Last touch, the stick of Jimmy Horrigan. His first touch left him down, and it's gone for a line ball. The line ball going in favour of Croom, and a chance for Peter Lawler to clear this one up the field with a couple of minutes left. No more than 2 minutes left, maybe even just 1 minute left. The line ball sent down this near side of the field, and Croom have this opportunity. 111 to 17 points. They lead by 3. A dangerous lead to have. Hugh Flavin to take the line ball, sends it across the field. Mark O'Riordan gets a touch to it. Might break in favour of Croom, which it does. Very close towards this near sideline. Sent in, sent high, but sent to the left and wide. And the scoreline still remains 3 between them. 17 to 111. That's the scoreline. Goal puck out from Albert Shanahan. Away to our left hand side. Sends this one long towards the halfway line. Up go 2 players, breaking the ball down towards Croom. Mark O'Riordan has it on the halfway line, looking for a free, none forthcoming. Still offloads the ball inside towards the full forward. Laid inside now, that's number 18. That is S. Moore, sends that one in from Moore and sent over the crossbar. And that could very well be the insurance score for Croom. 18 points to 111. They lead by 4, and that a very good score on that occasion. A 4-point lead for Croom. Score to send Croom to the county semi-final. Who will they meet in the semi-final? Only knows the draw to be made tomorrow night. Peter Lawler sends that one in. It's sent to the right-hand side and wide. It's gone right and wide with a couple of minutes left. Not even a couple of minutes, I'd say at this stage. We're into the last minute. We're into stoppage time. In fact, Albert Shanahan takes the line ball. Do Geraldines know that their time is nigh? That is probably going to be it, unless they can get a goal and a point very quickly going forward. With this one is Larkin O'Dwyer. He'll be looking for goal, sends it in, it's dropping. Stephen Lucy gets a touch to it, breaks it out near side of the field. Danger still not clear, but Croom come away with it now down this near side of the field. How important could that a block been from Stephen Lucy as Patsy Cahill sends it down the far side, winning possession of it inside as the corner forward. That is the man introduced as the substitute. Barry sends this one in and sends it over the crossbar. 111 to 19 points, and Croom lead by 5 now, but it has far been from a comfortable win for the Croom side. We think it will be a Croom win at this stage, barring a miracle now. We're into stoppage time. There's an injury to a player away to our right hand side. 5 between them now. Geraldines lead. It's the fullback Stephen Lucy. I think that's receiving a bit of treatment back there. And well, no need for a doctor to go in to diagnose what's wrong with the Dr. Lucy. And another injury as well further up the field. I think that looks like Steve Cahill. Goal puck out is taken anyway. Play resumes as the sun comes back out. The sun's shining down on Croom now as they lead by 5. And for Geraldines, you think this is probably going to be the end. The ball sent down the far side of the field. Hugh Flavin takes this one forward. The crowd head towards the exits. They know that it's all over. Barna shouting as Croom are going to book their place in the county semi-final. Marcus sends this one in towards the 45-yard line, where it's one inside. That is Moore that has possession of that one. Sends it in and sends it over the crossbar. And well, it's champagne hurling at this stage. 20 points to 111. There's 6 between them, but certainly the scoreboard not doing justice to East Geraldines. Albert Shanahan takes the goal puck out very close towards this near sideline, out over the sideline. In fact, it's now only a matter of seconds. We're well into stoppage time in this game, and the line ball going to be taken by Peter Lawler from right in front of us. It's about 5 yards in from the sideline, but as you can see, not the greatest of ground. Peter Lawler takes the line ball. That's it. Croom are in the county senior hurling semi-final thanks to a 6-point win over Geraldines, but it was far from impressive, as the scoreboard would suggest. They made a lot of mistakes, and Geraldines hit an awful lot of wides in the first half, but Croom will be happy to be there. 20 points to 111, a 6-point victory for the Croommen.